Welcome back to a peek within the pages of the selection of a sacred strawberry. This time up, we have The Longest Night in the Darkest Forest by Anoushka Boodhna. Anoushka is a child of Mauritian immigrants to the UK. Over the last few years, her writing has explored storytelling on death, loss, grief, love, and belonging, combining different genres, namely science fiction, fantasy, ghost story, and mystery, and drawing from Hindu and Buddhist spirituality. Once upon a time, there was a young woman who lived in a cave. She had retreated to this place, so well concealed. Much time passed with her alone in this cave. The sun and the moon circled around each other many, many times. The cave was small and mostly in the shadows. During the day, the cave was bathed fleetingly in a soft, creamy, natural light. At times, when the wind was strong, it howled menacingly throughout the cave. When the rains came, the cold and damp soaked through the rock and into her body. During the winter, she was frozen, and all she could think about was the sharpness of pain. She had very few belongings, a bag and a book, which had been given to her by her grandmother. She could no longer remember her face, and sometimes her heart would wail and moan. When she was sad, she would read the stories and the poetry. When the sun shone, she would take the book out of the cave and sing the songs and the chants. When the winds howled so hard that she could feel a fierce anger vibrating through her bones, she would hold the book close to her. Some days, she would try to converse with her grandmother, and if she could no longer remember her face, the young woman would invoke other memories. Her dewy brown eyes, the touch of her soft, papery skin, the echoless clangs of beaded wooded jewelry, and the musky and sweet spices of her cooking that hung in the air at her home. One day, she awoke. Around this time of year, the winter is turning into spring. Today, something was different. She had a dream and saw a sky mottled with clouds, and a bright, almost white light radiating from something that could be either the sun or the moon. She had been dancing in the sky, and the clouds had peeled away like paper and revealed the brilliance of a clear, light blue morning being gently lit by an arriving sun. If you enjoyed this peek into this story, please consider picking up a copy of The Selection of a Sacred Strawberry.